Welcome back to my next Shameless Season 10 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found that you're not caught up, then it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. Some episodes I've seen more than others. And for the most part, Shameless as a show is really good. I would say the first 7 to 8 seasons are really good, with the finale of season 8 having issues in my opinion. Season 9 is okay. And then now we're on season 10 and coming up season 11, which I did not like my first viewing. Season 10 and then season 11. But hey, maybe my opinion will change. But for the most part, really good show aside from like 2 to 3 seasons. And if you want to know my thoughts on the Shameless series finale, you can actually click right here with about 20 seconds left. I'll put my Shameless series finale rant video when Shameless was actually airing, just in case you want to jump ahead, assuming that you've seen every single episode of the show Shameless. But with all that said, this will be Shameless Season 10, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called Sparky. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we start off with Lip using a vape pen to try to help him quit smoking. And fuck that shit is strong. Lip calls to check in on Tammy. And Ian has been released from prison. So Lip is there to pick him up. He has Tammy's clown car as well. And Lip tells Ian Tammy's not a natural caretaker with her, watching Fred. Kelly's talking to Carl, and he's really not listening to her. Carl thinks that he's a Democrat now. Kelly can't believe it. Carl wants to leave with Anne. Frank goes to the alibi and says tamales for sale. Frank will give some tamales to Kev for a few beers. So Kevin gives him like 4 beers or something like that, which only lasts him an hour, but hey, it's at least beers that he didn't have to pay for. Kev finds out that an old coach molested his whole basketball team back in the day, and one of the team members has died. But apparently the coach never molested Kevin. And then Kelly's rambling on and on about Mitch, somebody she knew from her camp. And Ann says, "It sounds like your girlfriend has a boyfriend, Mitch." Lip talks to Ian about how schedules are important for babies. Lip drops Ian off at home, but he doesn't want to go in because Tammy will get mad at him. Only person Ian sees is Tammy with Freddie. Well, he sees all the Ann's family members, but he doesn't know who they are. But she sees Tammy with Fred, or Freddie, whatever you want to call him, and she wants to do the whole meet and greet thing later. Debbie talks to Patty about getting money out of Derek's death. Of course, Patty's the one that was recommended by Megan. And then Frank comes back for more tamales. Frank's apparently been getting it on with one of Ann's family members. As Frank walks out, Randy returns. Randy, of course, is the husband of Ingrid. And Ingrid has left him. He wants Frank to take back the kids. Remember in season 8 that Frank used Carl to, use sperm to impregnate Ingrid with. Kev shows Kermit and Tommy a picture of his old basketball team. Lip asks Brad about how Cammy was around their newborn. Ian's PO calls him Sparky. She's a bit weird. Her name is Paula. And she actually has him... She actually pees in a cup and has Ian go in the bathroom with her. I don't really know why she did this. It's like something to keep him in a position that she wanted him to stay in. I don't know. And then Debbie wants to talk to Pepe. Debbie gets into her car, and she actually gets pepper sprayed. V tries to sell her pharmaceuticals to a doctor. Liam is Todd's manager for basketball. Paula has gotten Ian a EMT job again. He's going to be Sparky. That's the name of the episode. So taking over for somebody that was previously named Sparky. Ann's family talks about how Carl and Frank loved the same woman. Randy tells Frank how Ingrid left him. She shouldn't be raising kids, he says. And Frank tells Randy that the kids are actually Carl's, as Carl is standing right behind him. Pepe is given a cake, which she wants to serve her papers, so she has Megan try to deliver it to her, but unfortunately she runs out, Pepe, and throws it on Debbie's car that isn't starting, the car that she bought with the Fiona money. Frank decides to take on one of the kids. Toast to Kenny by Kevin, the basketball team guys. All the guys talk about what the coach did to him. The new EMT crew runs a bit of a scam, and Fred won't eat or drink breast milk from Tammy. Sarah comes by to help Tammy with Fred. Lip, of course, sent her. Debbie has Far tow Pepe's car. Debbie finally chases Pepe and is about to tackle her. Finally, and tackles her down, and she serves her the papers. Carl tells Kelly Frank's running a scam, and when he's running a scam, there's nobody better to trust. Fred is finally eating milk from Tammy after Sarah's help. V's invited to a cookout by a black doctor. Ian tells Shelley he wants to talk to Paula to find a new job because he wants to fly under the radar. Tammy's mad that Lip sent help. V tells Kev she got invited to a cookout. Kev says the coach molested all the kids but me. Frank is selling the kid to people that might not be able to get a kid like that. Pepe agrees to give Franny 1/3 of Derek's benefit money if Debbie will grant full custody of Franny to her. Anne tells Kelly if she has an STD, she should tell Carl because he's a good guy and it's the right thing to do. Kelly said, why? So he doesn't give it to you? So she thought they were messing around when they weren't. Not yet, at least. But it's obvious that Carl is very interested in Anne. Kelly tells Carl she gave him an STD. They're not sure if they'll break up. I wish they would stay together. Personally, I think they worked good as a couple. Ian arrives at his party. Lip tells Ian that Tammy is the least crazy of all the women that he's been with. Mandy, Karen. What about Helene, the teacher lady? Lip changes Tammy's bandage. Lip tells Tammy, give it time and Fred will bond with her. Tammy and Lip go downstairs. Ian gets a big cake with a bus on it. Ian gets to hold Fred. Kev goes to visit the coach in prison, and he gets happy because the coach is jacking off to him. And that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So, yeah, it's had okay moments in it. I must admit I was a little tired watching that towards the end, so I think there's some things that I left out. Mainly like what V does to the doctors, like to get them to buy her pharmaceutical stuff with the stories that she tells them to get them to purchase the things. But anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 7.2 out of 10. And my characters of the episode are going to be Ian for the guys, and for the ladies, I'm going to give it to Tammy. One could argue Lip. One could argue Kev. I didn't like the whole Kev molestation angle where he was like upset that he wasn't a part of it. So anyway, you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button. And keep in mind, I cover a lot of stuff on this channel. Probably too much stuff. I do UFC live fight reactions, UFC prediction videos, Walking Dead stuff, Dexter stuff, Game of Thrones stuff, Breaking Bad stuff, Big Bang Theory stuff, Lucifer stuff, Lost stuff, Last of Us stuff, a whole lot of stuff. I'm sure there's something else that you can find. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate this episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your male and female character of the episode? Remember to click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming that you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.